Hello, it's week 2. Woo-woo! Brett's Picks. This is Brett Whitehead. I'm Gwen Schroyer, and we are talking to you about some college football, maybe a few other things. Brett, how you doing today? Good to see you, man. So we've got excitement. It's always exciting at the beginning of the year. Everybody thinks they're the best, and you know, nobody's wavering out. You've got some people picking, and we got some that didn't do so well, and we got some that did really well. Yeah. So we're going to take a look at that, but hold up. So Brett, I want to tell my wife happy birthday. She had a big birthday yesterday, and my wife is awesome. I bought her a Corgi, trying to have a lot of fun. Oh, and on top of that, today is my brother Tony's birthday. Happy birthday, Tony. Love you, man. Hope to see you soon. He lives down in Atlanta. All right, now let's get into the picks. All right, look at these pickers. Brett, you're at the top. Number 1, Greg Whitehead, Coach Dills, Mr. Langdon, and Mr. Morgan, SRO Morgan. He's doing really well. You know, he's usually in the middle of the pack, but he's on top of it. Then at number 6, myself, Gary Owenby, Coach German, Coach Thompson, Mr. Garrett. And there at the lonely bottom, Coach Carpenter, Ian Wagner, and Coach Massengill. Now let me say this. The top number 1s, they only missed 1 game. They only lost 1 pick. Number 6, everybody tied at number 6. They only lost 2. And number 10, all those that tied at 10, they only lost 3. So we're not really separated yet. All right, here's the first game. Brett, this is a big one. We're starting this week with Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. That game's 12 o'clock, and I'm not sure what network that's on. Network TBA. Who you got in this one?
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh for the win, okay. Then we have number 3 Texas playing at number 10 Michigan. This is the big combo.
Just had a big win against Notre Dame.
Both of those teams had big wins. Let me say this. This is the top analyst standing pick. So in the rankings, these are the 2 top matched in the rankings.
I'm going with Texas.
Texas for the win, okay. That'll be a good one to watch. That one also at noon on Fox. Yeah.
Channel 11.
Channel 11.
Yeah.
You know anybody at Fox?
No.
I don't either. Next game we have Arkansas playing at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State holding up their end.
Also ranked.
Also ranked at 16.
Yeah.
And that game is also on at noon.
On Fox.
On Fox. Who do you have?
I'm going with Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State for the win. Next game we have is Baylor at number 11, Utah. So Utah is trying to break into the top 10. And if they win this game, they might make it if there are some upsets in the top 10. Games on ESPN at noon. Who do you have?
I'm going with
Utah.
Utah.
The Utes.
Yeah.
That's where my brother lives, Kevin. Kevin's back there in Utah. How you doing, Kevin? All right, next we have South Carolina playing at Kentucky. Who do you got with this one?
I'm going with Kentucky.
Kentucky, 3:30 game on ABC.
Wildcats.
The Wildcats with the win. All right, next game we have Virginia at Wake Forest. This is an evening game, prime time on ESPN2. Who do you have?
I'm going with Wake Forest.
Wake Forest with the win. Okay. Next is Chattanooga, who got beat pretty bad
against Tennessee.
But Chattanooga looked to be a pretty good team, just overmatched.
Georgia State.
Who
you know where they're playing? You know where they're playing?
Where are they playing?
At the old Turner Field.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's pretty cool.
I'm going with Georgia State.
Georgia State for the win. That game
over Chattanooga.
Over Chattanooga. That game's on ESPN Plus. You got to have a subscription for that. Next game, Colorado at Nebraska. Now you know who the coach is at Colorado?
No.
Prime time. Deion Sanders playing the Big Red Machine, Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. This is a 10:30 game. That is late, man.
Yeah, that's a late one.
That's a late one. Are you going to be up? Probably not. That's on FS1. Who do you have in this game?
I'm going with Nebraska.
Nebraska. You don't think primetime can do it?
No.
Oh, that's a good matchup right there. All right, last game we have. Oh, I'm sorry, not the last game. Texas Tech and Washington State.
I'm going with Washington State.
Okay, Washington State with the win.
12,
Yeah,
45.
that one's really late. Next
12.
game we have, and this is the big one for us. Number 14, moving up in the rankings, Tennessee Big Orange, playing number 24, North Carolina State. That one's again prime time, 7:30 game on ABC. Who do you got?
I'm going with Tennessee.
Tennessee?
That's on Channel 9.
That is Channel 9. That's a big game.
That's on Channel 9.
That's a really big game. So I'm going to tell you something. If you want to watch some good football games this weekend, Saturday,
Yeah.
great games.
Oh,
every one of the games.
And there's some games. There's one tonight.
There's a big one tonight. Not college football.
Kansas City
The Chiefs,
Chiefs and Baltimore.
the Ravens. You know what time? Is it 7?
Yeah.
7:30? 7?
Around 8:20. Like around
Is that
8:20.
ESPN or is that ABC? One of the two.
Yeah.
ABC or ESPN?
And Taylor Swift's going to be there too.
Oh.
They said something about that on the Today Show.
Do we care about? Do you like Taylor Swift? You do? Do you know any Taylor Swift songs?
No.
None. I know a few. I'm not a fan, but I mean, I guess.
And tomorrow, the Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers pick up.
Overseas.
Yeah, and that's crazy fun when they go overseas because you don't know. Are they tired? Are they okay? All of that. But you know what else is tomorrow?
What?
Bradley travels to Maryville.
Yeah.
So let's talk some high school football.
Yeah.
What else? What other games you got?
I got Polk County traveling to McMinn Central.
Okay, they're a big rival.
Wildcats.
The Wildcats playing the
Kingsport coming down here.
Okay,
playing
Kingsport.
Maids.
That's a long travel, guys. That's way up in the nosebleed northeast of Tennessee.
Playing Maids. Coming down here playing Maids.
Coming down here to play Megs, the Tigers.
Knox West playing Farragut.
Farragut, the
Coming
Admirals.
down here.
Well, they're playing up there. Farragut's kind of Knoxville, right?
Playing Farragut.
It's up there. All right.
Knox Central.
They're traveling.
Just played Maryville.
Just played them. Did they win?
Maryville did.
Yeah, Maryville won.
Coming down the
Ray County.
The
so they got to drive to Dayton.
Dayton.
Yeah.
Play Ray County.
And you know who the band director is at Ray County? Gabby. My friend Gabby is over there. So
Brainerd playing Chattanooga Prep.
Okay.
School prep school.
Okay.
Ooltewah going to Hickson.
That's a good one.
Soddy Daisy going to Loudon.
Going to Loudon. Good old Soggy Daisy.
The big game tomorrow night.
Go ahead, call it out.
Bradley Central
And
and
Maryville. Heading up to Maryville to play.
Kickoff at 7.
7. And you can watch that game on NFHS. And you can listen to Gary and Earl on that broadcast. So that's going to be pretty unique. You can't watch it on YouTube.
Maryville's streaming that game.
Maryville is streaming that game. But we're going to pick up the audio from the radio and simulcast. It'll be on NFHS. Have to have a subscription for that.
Walker Valley.
This is another big one.
Coming down here.
Driving about 6-7 miles.
To play Cleveland. Oh, I just found out Cleveland is the game, Walker Valley in Cleveland are the game of the week.
For Channel 3?
Yep.
So there you have it.
Yep.
Walker Valley at Cleveland. You got a few more games.
Tynard.
That we just played?
Playing McMinn County.
Woo, big bruiser.
Also.
Who just played Bradley and beat Bradley.
Yeah, we just played.
All right. Red Bank?
Red Bank playing East Ridge.
You know who's at East Ridge?
Oh.
You remember Galen Bell?
Yeah.
He's one of the assistant principals. Hey, Galen.
Boyd
Buchanan.
going to
CAK.
Up in Knoxville.
That's a big one. That's a big one. All right.
All these times are at 7.
7 o'clock. So kickoff tomorrow. Bradley at Maryville. Travel up the road and go watch that game, guys. If not, watch it on NFHS or listen to it on the radio. ESPN Cleveland 101.3.
Yep. I was going to say you could listen to the Cleveland Walker Valley game on 99.1 The Fiesta.
Or
with
that's the Walker Valley. Yeah, that's the Walker Valley slant. What about the Cleveland slant?
Mix 104.
Mix 104.
I
So you can listen two different ways on that game. Depending on who you
Andy
like.
Morris.
Yeah.
And you can listen to the game on that channel.
Yes.
And Mix 104.1 with Terry Evans and Greg Phillips.
That's right.
And listen to Mix, not Mix,
ESPN Cleveland.
101.3.
With Gary and Earl.
Oh, speaking Gary and Earl, Gary on being Coach Rollins, they're going to be on the Talk 101.3, ESPN Talk 101.3 today at 5 o'clock.
Talking about stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
With Andy Morris.
So what do they call that show?
The Sports Drive.
Sports Drive.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
With,
let's
with all the coaches.
With all the okay.
Calling
awesome. Excellent. Anything else?
Atlanta won their game last night.
Hey, Atlanta wins.
2 games.
2 games down, right?
No, we won 2 games in a row.
But are we 2 games down? Are we going to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Got to make the playoffs. It looks like it's going to be a wild card if we make it.
You can listen to the game, all these games tomorrow night.
Yes.
And listen to the Friday Night Blitz with Ryan
and
Andy
Jenkins. Yes, sir. You can watch it too. They broadcast that on Mixed TV. So good stuff, Brett.
Yeah.
Man, it's good to see you. Brett Whitehead, guys, the Chief Picker, right here. We got a title for him, the Chief Picker.
Oh, and I want to say something to Andy Morris. I talked to him again. He's going to say something about finding all the shows.
Oh, nice, awesome. Okay.
He's going to do a little
talk about it.
How you could find all the shows.
That's awesome.
On Brett Whitehead Sports.
That's awesome.
And the Berry Network.
That's awesome. How about you being number 1 and your dad being number 1?
Tie.
Good job, Greg.
Tied.
Yeah, tied up.
I'm going to tell him.
You're going to tell him. Well, he's watching right now.
No, he's working today.
He'll watch this later.
I'll tell him.
Nice. Is that all we got? I think that's all we got. So until next week, we'll see you.
We will have all the final scores.
We'll see you
on the sideline.